Happy Poetry Month. I'm Pearl Pirie. My most recent book is The Pet Radish Shrunken from Book Thug. Today I'll be reading Hermit Thrush from Amy Clampitt. What I like about her poems is that they have a density. They show you that you can use adjectives correctly. She has a musicality of specifics. She has concrete details that add up to more than description. They add a depth to the poems. A hermit thrush. Nothing certain. Crossing on this longest day the low tide uncovered isthmus, scrambling up the scree slope of what at high tide will be again an island. To where a decade since well-being staked, the slender, unpremeditated claim that brings us back year after year, lugging the makings of another picnic. The cucumber sandwiches, the sea air sanctified Big Newtons. There's no knowing what the slamming seas, the gales of yet another winter may have done. Still there, the gust-beleaguered single spruce tree, the ant-thronged, root-smelled moss, grass and clover tuffet underneath it, edges frazzled raw, but like our own prolonged attachment, holding. Whatever moral lesson might commend itself, there's no use drawing one. There's nothing here to seize on as exemplifying any so-called virtue. Holding on despite adversity, perhaps, or any more than human tendency, stubborn adherence, say, to a wholly wrong-headed tenet. Though to hold on in any case means taking less and less for granted. Some few things seem nearly certain, as that the longest day will come again, will seem to hold its breath. The months-long exhalation of diminishment begins again. Last night you woke me for a look at Jupiter, that vast, cinder-wheeled, unblinking, in a bath of galaxies. Watching, we traveled towards an apprehension all but impossible to be held on to, that no point is fixed, that there's no foothold, but roams untethered, save by such snells, such sailors' knots, such stays and guy wires, as are mainly of our own devising. From such an empty arena, aloof seraphic mentors urge us to look down on all attachment, on any bonding, as in the end untenable. Base as it is, from year to year the earth's sore surface mends and rebinds itself, however and as best it can, with thread of cinquefoil, tendrils of the magenta beach pea, trammel of bramble, with easings, mulchings, fragrances, and gray-green bayberries, cool poultice. And what can't finally be mended, the salt air proceeds to buff and rarefy. The locked carnage of the seaward spruce clump weathers lustrous to wood silver. Little is certain, other than the tide that circumscribes us, that still sets its term to every picnic. Today we stayed too long again and got our feet wet, and all attachment may prove at best perhaps a broken, a much mended thing. Watching the longest day take cover under a monk's cowl overcast, with thunder, rain, and wind, then waiting, we drop everything to listen as a hermit thrush distills its fragmentary, hesitant, in the end, unbroken music. From what source, beyond us, or the wells within, such links perceived arrive, diminished sequences so uninsisting, not even human, there's hardly a vocabulary left to wonder, uncertain as we are of so much in this existence, this botched, cumbersome, much mended, not unsatisfactory thing. I was reading Amy Clampitt, Hermit Thrush. I'll be reading April 26th with Writers Fest as part of the Book Thug launch with Mike Steves, Kevin McPherson Eckhoff, Carolyn Brooks, and Jake Kennett.